People who speak a second language. What have you overheard people saying about you when they thought you couldn't understand? 1. I witnessed some serious ish go down. A black family was eating dinner in a restaurant. They kept looking 2 tables over at a Spanish table. The mom looked more and more pissed. Finally, she walked over, got down on one knee and in a stern yet not loud voice, started going off a mile a minute in perfect Spanish. She didn't stop for a solid minute. The look on the Spanish family's face was of absolute shock and horror. Afterwards, nothing was said, and she went back to her table with a slight grin. Come to find out, she was a college professor who taught Spanish, and the Spanish family kept making racist comments about their server, as well as the family in question. Rule number 1, never assume someone can speak Spanish. Rule number 2, never assume someone can't speak Spanish. 2. Me and 2 other friends, 1 American, 1 German, were in rural town Philippines. We were getting out of a cab and unloading our bags when the cabbie's buddy pulled over next to us and they started chatting in the local language. Buddy, whoa foreigners. How much did you get off them cabbie? Usual 80 pesos. Buddy, no way. I would have charged them at least double me. I think 80 pesos is quite fair. Don't you? His jaw dropped and he awkwardly drove away. I learned enough to get by, but I deliberately keep it to myself just for moments like these. 3. My friend's dad speaks decent Japanese and was at work one day when 2 visiting Japanese businessmen entered the elevator he was in and started talking about how stupid Americans were. One of them said something along the lines of, "We have to learn English," and this stupid eye-hole, referring to my friend's dad, doesn't speak any Japanese. My friend's dad paused for a few seconds, then replied, "I speak a little, enough to understand what you just said, anyway." He told me the look of horror on their faces was absolutely priceless. 4. My favorite was when they brought along an interpreter to the meeting and were saying very different things among each other than the negotiation stance they were relaying in English. So at one point I just switched to Japanese. 5. I live in China and went to a remote city up on the North Korean border. Had just got back from Pyongyang, but that's irrelevant. Went into a little corner shop and the Chinese people in there froze, then started talking about how rare it is to see foreigners come to the city but how none of them ever understand any Chinese. The little grandma who ran the shop tried to stop them talking about me, but they just said it doesn't matter, she has no idea anyway. I proceeded to chat with the cute grandma when I was paying, and got to listen to the dead silence as I left. Big up Chinese grandma. 6. I worked at a popular theme park in Florida in the international restaurant area. Every day I would ride the bus and not hear a single English conversation. One day 2 French exchange workers sat on either side of me continuing their chat about their evening plans. I tried to ignore them but found myself ping-ponging my glance to whichever one was talking. They apparently caught this. Girl 1. Do you think he understands us? Girl 2. No, he is an American worker. You can tell this from uniforms. They are too stupid. Yes, I am American but I'm not stupid. Silence.